this to check that whether these lights have any issues, and if yes, then just unplug it. So okay, so it's open and close. Wait, open it, turn on, and see if there are any issues with the light bulbs. So here we see these are all good. The Footwell lights are good. Footwell lights, and also these two. Okay, so all are in a very healthy shape. So yeah, you have one spare to use. Make sure after you check the lights, before we install, I would suggest you guys to unplug these first, because these will easily come out. So unplug these. This is for securing the light tube. So unplug these. Put it, somewhere safe. Make sure these are strong. Unplug it. Okay, just put it here. So here, there are a lot of wires. They're super annoying. So the way that we do it is actually we unplugged all of these. So here there are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so leave these on the other side. Leave these on the other side. Okay, so here, these are the 4 Footwell lights. Same thing, we unplug all of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the other side. Here we have like 6 light bulbs. So we have to find the 2 that are the longest light bulbs for the dashboard. So here you can just kind of see the thickness. You can compare. These 3 are like very thin, right? And these 3 are very thick. So for the thick ones, the longer ones, what I'll do is like I'll put some tape. Okay. And then just kind of like tape it down here to mark that it is the longer tube. So these are the longer ones. Okay. So this color is just for yourself to actually separate the differences between the long and the short ones. Okay. So we kind of mark down that it is 3 long tubes, and we can start the installation. Okay. Here you can see, so we can first, to install this process easier, we have to like separate our cars into half. Okay, so on the left side we will need how many light tubes? We will need 2 Footwells, 2 Footwell lights for the left side, and also we will need 2 light bulbs, one long and 1 short one. So these are the ones for the left side. Okay, so for the right side, what we'll need is 1 long light bulb, and then we will need 2 short ones, and we will need 2 Footwells. So first of all, we have to unplug the boards in the middle if you want the installation easy and clean. So we'll put back the seats until there is space here. Until there's space here, and then we'll start the process. So we will do this, use this pry tool, do this with the board, and unplug it. Okay, the clip, there's a clip here, unplug it. Okay, and then there's one from the bottom, just pull it outwards and it should all come out. Okay, so so as long as you got it here, it is all good. So the wires will be put here inside. Pull. Okay, same for the bottom ones, pull. That's all good. Enough clip. There's 1 clip here, 1 clip here, and 1 clip here, so in a triangle form. Okay, 1 clip. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Okay, 1 clip, and this clip goes out. out easily. Okay, so one board, and this part, make sure you pull from above first. Okay, just pull. There's one here. Pry tool. Okay, and the bottom one, make sure you pull upwards because this clip is like this. So make sure you don't pull outwards, it's gonna break. So pull upwards. And for this here, we just gotta open this a bit so that this wire goes through. Okay, so open it and then all the way up. So 3 light bulbs with 1 long, 2 short, and 2 footwells. And we'll start the wiring process one at a time. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll plug in the longest tube first, the longest tube. And then we unscrew this. Same for each one, unscrew it. And then we plug it in here. Separate 2 sides, make sure don't get it messed up. So plug in here. Okay, and then we start the process. Find the plugged wire and get through here to the other side. First step for the dashboard. So okay, after we plug in the hole and go beneath the chair, the dashboard light tube goes through here. To make this process much easier and more efficient, you have to make the chair up and also forward so that you have more space at the back. So what I'll do is put it into the most top position and also put it forward. After the wires go through here, most of the wires go beneath the chair, but make sure it doesn't go with the rail, so you have to open it and put it right into this hole, okay? You can see a hole here. And what you have to do is that you can just put the light tube right here and push down until it goes through the other side. Okay, here, there's a hole. Make sure you put your hand in there and grab it, pull this out. Same thing here, you have to go through here, right? So you open this, it's actually just magic tape. Open this, put this in here and grab it from the other side. Open this part and grab it. It's a very annoying process, but it is actually easy. If you want to pull more wires, you have to push back the seat. Too tight, don't pull, because this will break. So make sure you just go back from where it starts and slowly pull the wire, okay? And then it's just a simple process. Pull it through, the wire comes through until the wire is about this length. Then you can stop pulling the wires. And here in the middle, okay? Make sure you put it in the middle so that it doesn't, it won't be destroyed by the clip. So clip it back down, start the process. So use this, press. Take your time. I'll use my gloves, it's much more faster. Put this wire inside. Yep. So, okay, until you wire this thing up here, you can just leave these wires here. Push it back inwards, save the wires, and just prepare for the installation process. Same for the second wire. Unplug it. Plug this, okay, and then make sure you put it on the same side of this. Don't jam these two together, okay? Make sure it's on the same side with the other one separated. And then just, you know, put the tube right here. Same thing, go through here. Yep, and here you go. Okay, same thing for the third wire. We have to do the same thing until all of these lights go through here to the other side. Make sure, yeah, plug it on the same side, right here, plug in this hole. Okay, just bring the wires from here to here. Okay, so for the footwell lights, we do the same thing. Everything has to go from here to there. So what we got is, okay, plug this wire into one of these, put it on the other side. Okay, so after the wires go through here, most of the wires go beneath the chair, but make sure it doesn't go with the rail, so you have to open it and put it right into this hole, okay? You can see a hole here, and what you have to do is that you can just, like, you know, put the light tube right here and push down until it goes through the other side. We have the footwell light and the light bulb that goes, you know, at the back of the car. So after we get the wires here, you just, you know, throw it back here and make sure the chairs go forward. Make sure the wires are not jammed. We have a lot of space below, right? So this is where the wire goes. So the wire goes from here to here. This hole is kind of tight, so I would suggest you to wear gloves. So this hole, you have to, like, push down. Push down, you know, just take your time. The light bulb is there, you know, open this, grab your hands inside and pull the light bulb while you release these. Okay, so here is how you do it. It's also, you know, go through here. So first of all, we'll do with this light bulb. Okay, so press, grab it from the other side. Okay, so this footwell light is for here, below the chair. Okay, so make sure to find a spot that is, you know, secure, preferably plastic. Okay, and this is for the back seat light tube, in which we'll put right in here. Okay, right here, and then the light for the last two wires for this side. Okay, so you don't have to go through the middle because these two are only, you know, outer wires. This one is for the center console, in which we'll connect here, and for this wire, it will be for the front footwell lights. So yeah, let's get this process going. For the last footwell, unscrew these and also make sure to plug it in. Okay, and same thing, wire to the other side. Okay, here you go. This is for the front, so you just kind of lay it down. Okay, so for this footwell lights, try to go through here so that, you know, it's more hidden, and then take it off here. Okay, make sure it's like the direction is good so that it's like fully secured. Okay, here you go, the center console. This bulb is for the center console, and we'll just leave it right here. Okay, it's done. There are some spare wires, and if you don't want the inside look messy as well, I would suggest, you know, just do a few ties and just leave some space, you know, leave some space and just tie it back. and then just leave it inside. Okay, so here. Okay, here. The other side, you just have to, unplug this and unplug those two, okay? And now we'll start from the dashboard light bulb. Plug it in and go from here in the middle, okay? Make sure it's in the left side goes here, okay? Goes underwards and to the middle. That's where it goes. Below side, make sure the wire goes here, this hole, okay, and come out from here, and then we go the other way too. For this part, same thing. Footwell lights go in there, and then same as this light bulb, the seat light, and make sure to push through and go to the left side. We're just gonna, it's very easy, you just put the wires in this part and wire it, just cross below and up here and out. That's the part. Okay, so the area should be like so grab this very thin light tube and then start to measure it from any side. So I'll start from the driver's side, so make sure this part goes here, okay? So there's a hole beneath. Make sure there's a hole here, so make sure the length, let's go right here. And then you start, to measure it from this side to the other side. Make sure you hold this in place first and then mark the spots. Straight edge. So check this out. This is the hole. So we're gonna put through this hole. So make sure this is very straight, and you can kind of like mark a spot here. Okay, so mark a spot right here. Kind of like push through it. See, you can make a mark here. So first of all, I just taught you guys to measure like the length and make a mark here, right? So here, we're gonna remove this piece, okay? You can remove this piece, by just like pulling it out with your fingernails, but make sure not to break the light strip, because this light strip is pretty fragile, and as you can see, it's very thin. So make sure just to take it off first, and then we will use the black tubes, the black plastic tubes, like the real plastic tubes, and just put it on there and use the blow dryer to kind of, make it shrink, and then you'll be good. So here I'm gonna take it off first, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do the process later. Here, just simply, remove this plastic, you can just break it, and then just cut a small piece through the black tubing and just blow dry it on there, with less heat, so that it doesn't break the light tube itself. And then just let it shrink for about a few seconds. Simply just remove this black foil until the mark spot, and just cut. So simply pull the foil until this mark spot, and make sure to cut this rectangular plastic piece, okay? Do not cut that tube, because that's where we get the light from. Just cut this plastic piece until the mark spot. Then use this in the kit and actually measure the same length of black tube on the other side. If you can see it clearly. Yeah, just measure this according to here, okay? And then you would just make a cut here, see, at this spot, so that when you put back the tube on the other side, it's gonna fit perfectly fine here, okay? After you cut this and put it on there. Make sure to use a blow dryer or something that blows hot air to actually slightly blow onto there so that it shrinks. So make sure not to blow dry on it for a long period of time. Just make sure to blow on it and get off, blow on it and get off. Okay, just like this. This is being blow dried, and then you're all good. You can just stick tape. Make sure on top of this direction, and then peel it off, and you can stick it on your dashboard. Light. So make sure you don't actually, if you want it to stick better, you shouldn't stick the whole thing into one. You should measure, stick it for a long length, and then give some space here for the middle part. See, give some space for this middle part, and then some space again, and all the way to the end. So the reason behind that is because if we stick on the corners, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the light tube, and eventually either side is going to pop up. Like if you stick on this corner or this corner, yeah. So either side is going to pop up eventually. So actually leave some space here and here. We'll tape here. Just keep going. Make sure to use the scissors. Just use the scissors to cut it off at the edge. Push the seat backwards for the back light tube, and then press forward, so that this way it'll be much easier for you to stick it on the chair. Pull out the tape, and then we'll just stick it onto the chair. So when you push this black tube, make sure you actually push this chair so that there is more space before you actually slide the tube in. Okay, so start from the left side, push it in at the edge. Okay, at the edge. So just push it in. Keep pushing. Yeah. Just push this in. Make sure the tape has to stick on this side. Okay, stick with this side. So don't stick it on here. It's not gonna stick well. So make sure you stick on this side. Okay, so the black tube. At the end here, we'll just this is where we connect the light tube. Okay, so get the light tube from the bottom, pull out from here and estimate. Our light tube will be put in this area. Okay, so we're gonna open it, plug it in, so you can estimate where you're gonna cut this. So normally I would suggest cutting it approximately right here, approximately here, and then you can plug in the light tube. So we'll make sure do not cut this light source. So we just cut it from the sides, just cut the edges, and actually just cut it here. Okay, so you can put your hands there, mark this location, and you just do the cut here. Okay, so in the estimate, there we go. Screw it back in. Screw it back in. Okay, don't screw it all the way. And then, plug this light tube and screw it all the way. Okay, make sure it's tight and secure. Open this part, just put this light bulb in there. Okay, so put it in there. After it's in there, we just put these cables here and under the way. Yep. And turn on the light to check whether it's working. So if it's working, just have to open the chair and put it in there. So this is the center console light tube. make sure, just like I mentioned in the video, the flat side must go inwards, okay? So towards here, like to the inner circle, and the non-flat side has to go outwards. So which one is the flat side? So here you can see this one is flat, right? But the other side, you can see like it's not flat because there's like some bumps here. So the bump side is going to go outside, the flat side is going to go inside, okay? So it's going to be just like this. To push from here, the light tube at the edge, push, 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 push. Just keep pushing. Yep, it should all work in the same way. Until on the edge, you have to use 2 pry tools. First, pry it in here. Okay, this will increase the space. So we just push it in, go from this way to here, keep doing this process. Okay, same for this side. Here on the edge, push this pry tool, push here, and keep pushing the edges towards the inside. This is how the edges go in. Okay. And all the way up. Press, press, press. Spot, cut this until it's in the perfect length. Spot here. We're going to cut here. Okay. Okay, so here we have some length, extra length. Connect the light bulb here and just put it around this corner. Tape this onto here. Just tape it right there. Make sure the spot is below this line so that you can close your center console without any issues. And if you want, you can like stick these as well if you think that it's too obvious. Yep, somewhere, something like this will look good. Okay, so right here to the sides, and all good for the center console. For the front dashboard light strip, here is where we're gonna stick it, top part until the other end. And just take your time, you know, slowly stick it so that everything goes well. Make sure you stick it on the right direction with this part on the top. It must stick on the top. You have to like open up this part. There's a hole in there. Just slowly stick into the hole. And then put it right in place. Make sure you have to like open this up, and there's a hole. Put this inside, okay? Put this a bit from the other side. Wipe the above part, the part where we're gonna stick. And now we're ready. So yeah, we can do it slowly. Finish the tape. Now start to stick accordingly, and until the full dash is fully sticked. I'm gonna make this part. We're gonna cut this black into your desired length. This is for hiding the excess light, and then just put it right in the tube. Light. Put this light in towards that, and make a screw. Tighten the screw. It's very hard. A black tube onto the top of the ambient light. And then make sure to tighten the screw. Okay, when it's secured, put it into the hole. It has wires into the hole. Just make sure to secure the place with the light bulb and any part of the car so that the light won't easily fall off. Just make sure it's fully secured. Okay, don't put the light tube right there. Okay, make sure to put it in between these clips. Put 2 clips first. Okay, so to the left, and then the last one, go for the last clip, and then we just push it down, put it back, clip it back. See, make sure here is like not really affect the triangle clips. All good. Coming from the side, you can just put some black tape onto it. Okay, so make sure the lights, normally we will do it this way, the wires towards the back so that it's not as obvious. We'll stick the lights right here so the wires are not very obvious. I'm gonna go under the chair and actually find somewhere that is like not these kind of surface, like plastic surface or steel surface. So I'm gonna land it right where I usually put it, so it sticks. 1, 2, 3 spots. And make sure to leave some excess wires for the chair to go. Push the chair to the very back end, the one that is this one, and also the footwell line. Okay, this is the most front. Okay, so is pretty much done. We put this the controller right on the side. Other wires, leave it in there. Make sure not to clip onto the wires. So put all the wires back in. Make sure and just push back in there. And all the clips together. So here, everything looks very clean. For this side, make sure everything is in a good place and clip, push back the clips. All good. So see, it's all done. The center console is very clean. You can put stuff in here. You can put, let's say scissors, everything in here. And all you'll see is this part and just a little bit of wire here. And let's see how it goes when it lights up.